Okay, this is the review for a Meidong 43 inches 2-channel slim soundbar with Bluetooth and auxiliary in function. I'm gonna just do a quick walkthrough. It's not, I can't mount it really until I receive a bracket, because my TV itself is on a bracket, so they can move it around. So for now, I'm just going to introduce the parts as much as, you know, and talk about what I have experienced while trying to operate this. And it is not light. I mean, it's, you know, they have a handle so that you can carry it, but it's pretty big and well, 43 inches, and it's not necessarily light. They have, if you look at the whole thing, 2 speakers here, 2 speakers here, and then in the middle you have the indicator, and they do provide their own remote, and the remote, they tell you, only operates within a 30-degree angle of the indicator. So you want to really be pointing it to the middle there. And if you were going to just have it in an enclosed space, to make sure that there are 2 to 3 inches above for ventilation, and if you were going to mount it on a bracket like I intend to make sure that the distance between brackets are 22.8 inches. Now, this is kind of like, this is the top of it, and I don't know how much you can see. And not necessarily important part, because you have a remote to do this as well. But this is the, they say it's the standby button, but essentially it's the on-off button. This is the mode button, which goes back between, you know, how you're going to connect your device to these speakers. You have the play, pause button, and then minus and plus for volume. And if we turn it around, we can look at the back here and the jacks that they have. And they have the RCA jacks, and they have the these two, and then the auxiliary jack, and then this is an optical in jack, which I really don't know what that is, and also they don't provide the cable for that, but at least it's an option. And then you have the DC in, or how you plug it in, is the last one there. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it into the electricity right now. And I have, as soon as you do, you can see the red light. We need to flip it up to the right side, so this is how it would look here. All of these cables. All right, and so they really do a good job of explaining what the lights are. And then again, in your remote, you get all of these functions that helps you understand what you're doing. So this is on and off, and if it was connected to anything, it would move now, but I really just wanted to kind of walk through what that means. So for flipping the page, because you have several ways you can connect your device, they provide different cables. So you have this type of cable, which essentially is 2 reds, red-white to red-white, because you have a red-white here, if you remember the RCA. So if your TV or your device is something that you can use these with, you have that option. They provide you with another option, which is red-white to just regular jack, volume jack. And then they also provide an auxiliary jack that I am using. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook the auxiliary jack now, and that would be here. Oh, actually, before, I just wanted to show you, or just play it a little bit to see how the volume plays. And that's the volume for my TV.
You see, I have...
Now I'm going to go ahead and connect this to the auxiliary.
so not true that Disney created man in his own image?
Okay, so what happens now, it's turned off.
It's true.
Whether you want to do it by hand or, and again, this is not like the perfect placement for a great sound quality because I don't have it set it up right now, but you want to turn it on,
I can't say I do.
and once you do, it will turn into different colors.
My dad, Elias Disney, he owned a newspaper.
What happens is they tell you the blue is
twice daily, morning and an evening edition. And Dad was a tough businessman. He was a.
I don't know if you can tell the difference in the sound quality now.
So he wouldn't employ delivery boys. No. He used me.
I'm turning the volume up.
I was 8 back then, just 8 years old. And like I said, winters are harsh.
And I'm gonna go ahead
and Elias, well, he didn't believe in new shoes until the old ones were worn through. Honestly, Mr. Travers,
just so you see the difference.
Over my head.
So it does do a great job of
seeping through our clothes and shoes. Skin peeling from our faces. Sometimes I'd find myself sunk down in that snow.
Having
just waking up, isn't it?
A great sound, and in particular surround sound, like you can hear it from both sides pretty beautifully. So for this, just a last thing I wanted to mention is that with the remote, there are things that are self-explanatory. This is how you can connect it to Bluetooth. You can mute it, which I love, the ability to do that. And the volume up and down, and especially if you're connecting it to your computer or something with Bluetooth and you're playing songs, and that would be an amazing thing, which I'm looking forward to doing. And then you have the mode to choose from: music, movie, or news. I assume in terms of a volume, they would adapt accordingly. And then these three are critical because it's the color will actually change. So now we are on auxiliary. That's how it's playing. By the way, we can turn it on and off. This is off, so you see it's turned to red, and then back on. And when we do turn it back on, you can have it hooked up to different things. You can have it hooked up also to your Bluetooth, which I don't have that right now, right this second. But for Bluetooth, the color would be blue. Oops. So this would be the Bluetooth one, and it would be blue. For auxiliary, the one that we have, they say violet, but I don't know if that's the color I would describe. And the RCA mode with the red-white ones would be green. And then the optical one, which we don't have the cables for. I don't really know. I understand what it is, but the optical one they say is. Oh, maybe we're in there. Green-blue, so I guess that's what it is. So I'm going to go back to auxiliary, because that's what we want. Oh, see, I really need to be within the 30 degrees so that it responds. Yeah, and that's pretty much how it works. And next, I'm going to just try to connect it to my computer so that I can play Bluetooth as well. And if there are any issues connecting to Bluetooth that I would like to point out. Okay, so I just connected it to my computer to play music, and in this instance, it is, as you see, it is already connected to auxiliary, so I can pretty much go ahead and play my movie here and turn this to auxiliary.
Figure out equations and things.
And now I'm going to go back to Bluetooth.
To get home just before dark. Mother.
And actually, it's connected because I already connected it. And what I wanted to mention is that the device will be found under K as in Kentucky, Y Yankee 2022 is how you'll find it. And then we can go ahead and play music. And I kind of feel like as soon as I have the setting correct. I can't.
Always 50-50 in relationships. The shoes on my feet, I follow. Clothes I'm wearing, I follow. What you're wearing.
Okay. It does respond truly within the 30-degree radius, so just be very mindful of that. Otherwise, I think the sound quality is quite wonderful, and the fact that you can use it on multiple devices, especially Bluetooth, is amazing, because then I can, just jump from one thing to another. I hope this review was helpful, and I definitely love this. I can't wait to mount it and start using it.